So here's what our CDC tells us to do. Originally this is not recommended to cover our face with the cloth mask, and the thought is that this will not prevent getting the infection. Um, in fact, there's, as far as I know, no study has proven that this will prevent me from getting an infection if someone has COVID-19 coughed at me. But what it has shown is that it does block some droplets, up to 50%, but it absorbs most of the droplets coming out of the person. So if I'm talking to someone who's wearing a mask, then I'm most likely protected from the droplets coming out of this person, which this pattern, by the way, is my favorite pattern out of the four. So if all of us wear cloth mask, then I'm not protecting me, I'm protecting you. And you wear a mask, you protect me. Then we protect each other. That's, I think, the philosophy behind cloth mask wearing. So how to test it? Well, we still want to wear it to protect ourselves. And if the lights can shine through it, it's probably too thin. It's very breathable. Probably the droplet can go right through it too. So there's a lot of mechanical studies, and this is a journal of nano technology. They published this study saying that if you use 60 stitches per inch, a fancy woven, tightly woven cotton thread, I think this is a bedding. And so this will act as a mechanical filtration to block the droplet outside. And if you use two scarves and they wrap around and will cause static, and the static electrostatic filtration can suck on the aerosol viruses, and the combination will be as good as the N95 mask, assuming you can breathe through this mask. So, well, here is a more common. Most of the cloth mask on the market is cotton-based. So, and here's a YouTube video.
All right, so we saw those videos. What's apparent to me is that t-shirt or cotton is, going back on the previous slide, 98% absorbed of the droplets. It just soaks up all the droplets. But if you can imagine, me wearing a cloth-based mask, cotton, and someone coughed at me, he has COVID-19. The droplets are full of viruses, and it soaked up on my mask. It didn't get into my face, but it's on my mask. And it stays there, 98% absorptive. So it stays there all day long while I wear my mask, breathe in and out. Well, that doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound good to me. So here is a better way, and this is the way: face shield. So here's a study. It's done on influenza in the 2000s. So here is essentially a simulator of a fake person. And here's another fake person. So the first fake person has influenza inside the lung, or a fake lung, and this simulates a cough. So the person coughs, and the other person sucks the air in, except this person has a face shield. The study suggests, and based on distance, if the distance is about half a meter, I know, your typical talking distance, um, the face shield protects 70%, essentially 70% of the influenza viruses stays on the face shield, and whatever is sucked into the air, they try to culture that, only 30% left. If the distance is longer, such as 1.8 meters or almost our social distance meters, um, the protection is 96%, meaning that only 4% of the influenza virus make it through the face shield and into the lung. Well, 96% is It's almost as good or even better than N95. So face shield. There you go.
So it's just a comparison of the face mask and face shields. It sounds Chinese, I just translated. Um, so it's easier to disinfect, this in all intents and purposes like glasses. You can just clean it with soap and or anything else. It's easy to manufacture. I know Apple and Nike and many other companies are making it. UCO, AUCI are making it with 3D printing for their healthcare professionals. Very easy, and whereas face masks is difficult to make. Um, if you just wear face shields without a face mask, well, it's very easy to communicate. Easier because you can read the lips, and it also prevents the wearer from touching their face. Particularly with N95, it's difficult to not touch your face. It's just really hard to breathe. So I keep adjusting my mask when I wear it because of the moisture, and it's just harder and harder to breathe. Whereas face shields, I don't have that. So and lastly, it's more comfortable to wear and breathe in. So here is my point. It is my personal opinion that the face shield plus face mask is much better than mask alone. The mask or the shield protects the person as well as the mask. If you can imagine someone sneeze at this nice lady here, well, majority of the sneeze will be on this face shield, and whatever is left over most likely will be blocked out by the mask too. Versus if she doesn't have the face shield, everything will be landed on the mask and to the eyeglasses and maybe into the eye too. So where do I get one? Well, I bought this the day I read the journal, that stops up to 96% of the virus. So it's from Amazon, and so um, each shield is $3, a bit more than $3. Or you can make one easily. Here is one with just a fake glasses and the shield over it. Or you can make one over here, like this YouTube video. There's many tutorials on YouTube on how to make a face shield. Just one hole there and one hole over there. Easy, right? 48 seconds. So no excuse. You can get a face shield today. You want to buy it? You want to make it? Um, I bought one. I probably will make one too, but highly recommend it. So here was the analogy from before. So in my opinion, this person is the most protected from this pouring rain. Or in our society, it will be someone who has COVID and suddenly sneeze. Um, so the umbrella is like the face shield, and the mask, essentially the raincoat here, it's a plasticky raincoat, will be the surgical mask over here. Whereas this person, all he has is an umbrella or face shield, and this person, all he has is a plasticky raincoat, probably soaking wet underneath, that looks pretty thin. And for me, it's the same analogy as the face mask. Much better than nothing, but probably a lot less good than this person has over here, or this person has over here.